Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Matt, or MC Sports Doc, and today I'm going to tell you guys everything you need to know about iPhone 6 before it comes out. I have a bunch of great concepts put together, a bunch of information, a bunch of rumors, and everything we know so far about the iPhone 6. So let's first take a look at a really great concept made by T3. In their recent concept, T3 uses iPhone 5.7 to show that the new iPhone 6 might be a 5.7-inch screen, and it compares it to the iPhone 5 and iPhone 4S screens, as you can see right here. It does a great job of showing you how much bigger this actually would be if it is 5.7 inches. They say it's the same iconic design, but a bigger screen, which is 100% more physical screen area than the iPhone 5. Of course, with the bigger screen, it would feature a Retina display and a lot bigger video for video viewing and for gaming. Another main feature they point out is enhanced browsing experience with Safari and Newsstand. Like an iPad or an iPad mini, it'd be a lot easier to read any news information or books on your iPhone with a bigger screen. Now, a lot of what was in that concept has been rumored to be pretty accurate. First of all, I want to give you exactly what you guys came to hear. You want to know exactly what's going to be the changes in the iPhone 6 and when it's going to come out. So, obviously, there's going to be major revamps to it since it's a whole new iPhone generation. It's not an update to a current iPhone 5. They have iPhone 5S and 5C, which were the update versions the year later. So this year, we're going to have a whole new iPhone with an iPhone 6. I would plan on it coming out in late September, or early September rather, in 2014 this year, and possibly earlier in June or maybe even July. And people are calling it the iPhablet because they expect it to be a larger screen. 5.7 inch is the rumor right now, trying to compete with the Galaxy S5. Very recent news from Apple shows that consumers want what we don't have. They recognize and realize that bigger screens are what consumers want now. They want it bigger and they want it better and faster. And although I personally don't like to have a giant phone in my pocket, I think a bigger screen is definitely something we're going to be seeing based on what Apple has shown us recently, what they've acknowledged from their consumers, and what the market is demanding right now. Along with those additions, you're going to see a sapphire crystal screen, more in a fashion A8 chip, and again, a fall 2014 release date, probably early September like they have been recently in the past couple years, but you could see it as early as June if they want to push it out earlier for competition purposes. Just to give you an idea of how big the iPhone 6 might be, you can see the iPhone 5S as 4 inches, and then iPhone 6 could either be 4.7, 5.5, or even as big as 5.7 probably, which is nearing the size of an iPad mini. That's pretty big in my opinion, obviously, but then again, the Galaxy S5 and other large phones are actually making it really well off in the competition in the market, the cell phone market right now, the smartphone market rather. Now, I'm going to show you another concept that I found on YouTube that I think is pretty well off. It has pretty accurate description and visuals of what the iPhone 6 could look like with the rounded edges, the thinner screen, and you see here it has an edge-to-edge Retina display. Obviously, most of this stuff seems pretty legitimate. It's pretty standard for iPhones so far, nothing crazy new here, but I'm going to let you guys watch this and see what you guys think about it. So a couple weeks ago, a leaked picture, as you can see on the right hand side here, is an actual leaked picture of what the iPhone 6 is rumored to be like. So a bunch of concept designs as seen here are what it's drawn up to be like, and a lot of the concepts I'm showing you today are actually revolved around that leaked photo of what a possible iPhone 6 could look like. Thinner, more rounded edges this time, possibly a edge-to-edge screen, and maybe even a screen on the side, full mirror screens. And again, as this concept shows, it's bigger, faster, and smarter, the primary difference being that it's bigger and has edge-to-edge screens. Now, this last concept by TechRadar does a really great job of visualizing how big the screen is actually going to be if the iPhone 5 changes to an iPhone 6 with a bigger screen, and iPhone 5.7, as we saw earlier before, 5.7 inches is the expected size. You can see bezel-free display, which would be the same thing as the edge-to-edge display. A lot of these concepts are really drawing that in and saying that that's going to be a thing where the screen takes up the entire length of the phone, and that becomes a way you can have a bigger screen without making the phone that much bigger. I personally think this would be a great idea. As you can see right here, the actual size of the iPhone 6 is the same as the 5S, except the screen is actually bigger, more room to do stuff and read, same size phone. I like that idea. They're saying it's gonna get even smaller, even slimmer than the current iPhone 5S, which, as you guys may know, is the smallest and thinnest iPhone to date. A great idea that a lot of the concepts do have are the the Gorilla Glass typed sapphire screening, so that basically anytime you get a scratch on it, it will be scratch proof, more or less. It will remove the scratch itself. It won't even get scratched. I'm not sure what they actually have an idea here for, because this already exists. One of the cool things in this concept is the Ring LED flash with a 13 megapixel camera. I do think that Apple will upgrade the camera. Obviously, it's not that big of a deal to upgrade when every other phone right now has much higher quality much higher megapixel cameras out right now. Although, then again, megapixels are not everything when you're taking video. The iPhone video is pretty great. It's got the slow motion in the 5S. I see that coming back, and possibly even an upgrade to that slow-mo video with higher frames per second. Before I leave, I want to leave you guys with some crazier of the iPhone 6 concepts. I'm sure this one's been around before for iPhone 5 by Fran Snaked. These are some of the things that we might see in the future. I doubt they'll be coming to the iPhone 6, but this is stuff you can dream about, stuff that you guys would always love to see. I don't know, maybe iPhone 6, just maybe, even though it's not been rumored at all, one of my hopes is that it's going to have a charging device where you can basically lay it on an interface, lay it on a table or something, and it'll charge. Not going to have this holographic keyboard and projector. There's no way that's going to happen anytime in the near future, at least not for the iPhone 6 in my opinion, unless they have some crazy development that they've kept super secret. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's always something that people are interested to see, some future technology coming to the phone, even though this is not going to happen. This is not going to be a detachable phone as you see right here in this concept. Display projector is definitely not going to be in it. Keyboard protector is definitely not going to be in it. But you can always dream, right? Leave a comment below, guys. What would you guys want to see the biggest feature you'd want to see in iPhone 6? Be sure to leave a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new. And again, leave your comments below with thoughts, wants, needs, rumors, anything you have that I didn't discuss or that I did discuss. Leave it below. Peace.